Hey everybody, it's Tyler with Gaia Force Gaming, and I'm here with Dan Vang from Gaia Force Gaming, and we are celebrating today because today was Carta Magica's Ultimate Cup, the last one for the EX8 format, and Dan got top eight, I got top eight, Chris got top eight, but more than that, Chris went undefeated. So we're gonna have his deck profile coming up after this. We're gonna start with Dan, who ended up in seventh overall, to talk about his deck choice, his deck list, and his matchups, and just his overall experience. Dan, take it away.
Everyone. We played in the Carta Magic Ultimate Cup. Like Tyler said, we got seven. Pretty good. We played Old Reliable. EX8 format was different, right? A lot of things happening, but I felt I would go back to Old Reliable, the bread and butter that I'm used to when we're playing Gallant or Purple Hybrid. So we'll go over the list and then we can go over matchups after. So we'll start with 5 eggs. Let's see what's that. Just the 4 Demi-V draw and the 1 Demi-V that goes plus 1K. I just wanted 5 eggs. Some matches can go long enough where I might need the fifth egg. Um, Ideally, some people like to do splits. This is my preferred egg, and then if this comes up, even better. So this is my egg list. Some people can split it like this, but I really like the draws more than anything else, especially when you're filtering for another piece. For the level fours, sorry, level three, excuse me. We got the 4 Vmon searchers, the 4 Wormmon searchers. You gotta play these. You need to search. A little flexibility on this. The promo Vmons, the ET16 Worm, and the promo Wormmon. I went down to this rookie lineup. I felt it was pretty comfortable, especially because I'm running some other searching cards in here that we'll see in a minute. But I think this is my comfortable list now. Didn't like Wormmon for a long time. People know that, but you kind of need that end of turn DNA and search sometimes, so you kind of need this. And these are just the extras. The Wormmon came in clutch many times where you could evolve from trash for one, just to kind of filter back if you're looking for that specific level four.
Yeah. I also didn't like the promo worm on for a while, but I think the meta's developed in a way that it's better now, if that makes
Yeah,
sense.
yes, yes. Sometimes searching that two-color card kind of helps, right? Searching the Return to Primo or any two-color card you're playing. Um, for the level fours, line up the XVs, and we'll line up the Dino B. They're not Dino B, sorry, Stingmons, and then we'll do the Tech Armor choices. This was my lineup. Felt a little hefty um, with this number, but I felt this was comfortable enough to get things going. As time goes on, I really prefer the draw over the piercing, but there were times today where I wish I had more piercing than draw, but that's okay. The Magnemon was here really just to force strip and bounce. It really did come in clutch a couple times. I think one or two times it was in security, so the D-Digivolve definitely helped out a lot. Lydramon here, we got to run it because we need to out floodgates, even though when I played against the 3 Great Angels player, I couldn't out the Pillowmon, so fortunately couldn't find it in time, but that's okay. Um, this could have been a Toge Mugumon as well. Kind of helps out against Purple Hybrid, but I kind of went with the Magna since I prefer the blue Vmons.
I don't. Me personally, I'm with you. I feel like a security tech is always gonna like that. The luck is always gonna outshine having like the right silver bullet card.
Yeah, yeah, Toge Mugu's cute and all, but also I feel like I wouldn't have gotten the most utility out of it unless I was guaranteed like I'm gonna fight Purple Hybrid. I'm just gonna have it out there every time. My level 5 lineup probably will never change. It's the 4 BT16 Pyildramon and the 3 starter deck. I tinkered with the idea of making this into something else and only having 6 level 5s, but I feel like this is too risky. There were a lot of games today where I was able to just go into the starter deck, which is not the best, but at least I tried, right? And was able to climb up to another line that even if I jam, I can at least swing twice and I can bottom deck a floodgate if I needed to. Um, but yeah, I don't think this lineup will ever change. I do think about sometimes the changing one of this to the BT12 Pyildramon, right? The one that can strip
Mm-hmm.
top sources and stun if they have no sources, but I feel like that's good in some matchups, but not all matchups. So I'd rather just have the two swings just to go aggro. Level 6 lineup's going to be a little wonky. We have 2 Star Deck Dragons, 1 BT12 Fighter, 1 Fighter Ace, 2 Hexablau, and 1 Medieval Gallantmon. This was the Hex of choice here. I felt BT16 Dragon Mode isn't as great as I wanted it to be, so I went with the Star Deck just to kind of push and be a little more aggro and spit out sources. This definitely kind of stunk against Pillowmon because Pillowmon was like, nope. Trying to think what else would hurt here. I think someone had a Medieval at one point. If I spit it out, Medieval would have did crazy stuff. So I was like, oh, I kind of wish I didn't have that at the time. Flexible is definitely needed in this form. As long as hybrids, especially purple hybrid, exists or tamer heavy decks exist, this is really the clutch level 6. Especially when you Imperialdramon, right? You get partition, you rush them down a little bit, and you go into this to stun them. It helps a lot. Medieval was the new tech choice I played today. Definitely helped out a lot. You can hard play it by suspending 2 cards for 7, or you can literally same thing. You can rush and it evolves over green for 3, so you can potentially keep turn, right? You can suspend something, delete something, and you can still have your Alliance Vortex shenanigans. So I definitely like this at 1 here. These definitely are one piece as well. Different situations determine which one. Fighter Mode Ace didn't come up as often as I'd like. I feel like I need to play it just to have something, just in case. But there was one matchup today against Lox where if I had this, I would have been able to win the game because they were a little desperate and had to swing over my guy and it died. But this is probably going to be what I'm sticking with for now. Kind of wish I had Death X, but Death X isn't that great, so we went with the Medieval Gala instead. I do think this is here to stay. It's one of the greatest techs for pretty much any deck because its effect literally says for most decks, like you probably can't play the game efficiently, which means it's probably over for you.
Yeah,
It's
Medieval
only
Gallant's
the
just such a
sorry.
sick one of. No, I'm sorry for interrupting you. I think Medieval Gallant is if you have space, throw it in, especially if you can evolve over it, because it's at worst it's a 7 cost removal usually, and then it forces your opponent to play awkwardly for at least a turn.
Yep, and that's what happened to me sometimes. I was like, oh, you're just gonna delete everything. I have great. That was painful. So I do think it's good. Try to grab at least one of yours now. I think price is shooting up. I don't know how much it is. I try to get one, at least one, if you're gonna have it for a deck. Only one level 7, Gabuban Ace. I didn't really get to use it as much. I know it's not searchable through a lot of the searchers here, but I felt like this, at least answering a body, is better than Imperial Paladin mode, which doesn't answer anything, for me personally. Um, I'll spoil it early, I do run the Jade, so at least I can pick up something, right? But I did prefer this. And I also thought, in my head as well, what if my opponent was running uh, Medieval Gallant, right? Against me, like if I don't out it, I probably will lose. So in my head, I was like, yeah, I can. The worst case scenario, I can hard play. It sucks to hard play it for 8, but at least it would bottom deck 2 things, right? So that's also my way of thinking. So I prefer this over Paladin mode. Tamer lineup, pretty standard here. 2 Davis, 4 Davis Ken, most broken Tamer. This one pretty much facilitates the deck. Everyone knows that free playing Searcher is so amazing, and the Source Strip. I don't think this will ever change either. I was, when you cook too hard, you're like, yeah, this card is really good, and you're like, it's not. I kept looking at the BT12 Davis, and I was like, nope, don't do it. Or no, not BT12 Davis, the BT17 Davis Ken. I was like, don't do that. But we're gonna keep it as this. Options: 2 Jades, 2 Return to Primos, 1 Gigadeath. I still feel this is solid. This could be a blue scramble, but I just went with the 2 Jades because I just felt comfortable with searching. But I think the blue scramble could have came in handy. But yeah, that is the list.
All right. I like the list. I know we talked about once Jade came out, you going back to Imperial. How did Jade feel?
It felt really good, except the one time it bottom decked 2 of my Davises. But that's okay. For the most part, it felt really good just to be able to search any piece I wanted. It felt really nice just to be able to do that.
All right. And you want to talk about your matchups a little bit?
Yeah, sure. So for matchups, it was 8 rounds. I went against, I'll go in order. I went against one Imperialdramon, one Take, one Dinomon, a yellow purple hybrid, which was crazy. The techs were crazy in there. A Imperialdramon toolbox with Magna X top end. No Imperial top end, just Magna X. Um, I lost to an Imperial, that's V Passion. Uh, I beat a purple hybrid, and then I tied to three Great Angels, which was Patrick. So I wasn't expecting to face three Great Angels at all. That was a rough matchup. Ruby Ace to Pillow is probably the worst thing you can feel in this deck. Um, I was able to out it, and this is really your your answer to wide boards. If you can't protect it and you can't get rid of Domini, this is it. I think for three Great Angels for me, it felt like a worse matchup because if they could ace and pop stuff, then I'm done for, right? But I was able to suspend, and I think I went to either Hexablau or another level 6 and just ran over the Domini, so they couldn't do anything. Um, yeah, a lot of matchups were a little difficult. The Imperial Mirror was just like, oh, who saw Davis Cannon? Can you facilitate that? Or who saw Davis Cannon and drops the medieval, right? That's kind of tough to fight that. But I fought a lot of people, shout outs to my opponents here Law X, Kyle, Did You Watch, D Passion, Hikari Neko, Patrick, right? A lot of people I knew, a lot of friendly fire today, unfortunately.
All right.
But
And is there anything you would change about the deck? Are you happy with the list right now?
yeah, so like I said, I think one Jake could be a scramble. I'm not opposed to it. Um, I jump back and forth with this being a Togemugu, but realistically, the Magna's probably better, in my opinion, for that. But I don't think anything really changes right now. 2.5 format does. I don't think 2.5 gives us anything. Maybe we'll figure it out in BT21 when we're seeing more of the Vmon reveals and stuff. I don't think this will change as much for 2.5 format, right? 2.5 format, we're gonna be Virus Imperial, so we don't have to change too much about this.
Yeah, this is a new archetype altogether. You got
Yeah.
your max rarity Virus Imperial line ready to go?
We'll see. The fighter mode SPs are gonna be a challenge.
Yeah.
So if
Well,
anyone finds any fighter mode SPs, I'm willing to trade. I got other prize cards. We can trade. I got a Shine Grave online now, so if anyone's willing, no, I don't play Shine Grave, so we can trade.
well, congrats. You did it again. You did it with your deck. Seventh place, top eight. That's awesome. And it's like you said, like before we started recording, it just feels great because everyone on the team that played today topped, so it just felt awesome. And guys, don't forget to keep an eye out because me and Chris are gonna have our deck profile coming up soon. Spoilers: it will probably be the same deck profile, just so we don't have to
Yes.
milk two videos for a one card difference. But with that, you want any shout outs? You want to say anything to the crowd on our way out,
Yes.
Dan?
Yes. We voted for this. We love this. I love Digimon. Important to go back to old reliable, like we talk about all the time, right? Sometimes you just play the deck you're comfortable with, right? As opposed to like something new that's meta that you're like, okay, this is what I'm gonna do. So I'm glad I played this. Shout outs to the team, obviously everyone topping. Shout outs to Avon for this sick Imperial mat. This is so sick. Like I don't know if you guys know, like you can see the dragon mode here, the fighter mode. I was blocking the black or gray, like dude, this is like season 2 right here. And it's serialized, which is so sick as well. Um, yeah, I love this mat. His sleeves are sick too, and the binder. Obviously, I don't need the binder because I'm not playing with the binder. But yeah, check out Evol's store, man. This is great, high quality. I think he was yeah, and he was commentating tournament too. Him and T Max. So shout outs to them and the judges. A good tournament.
Heck yeah. Well, with that, thank you guys for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, do all that fun stuff. I know the content has slowed down a bit, but and we're just getting ready for the next format. We're getting ready to be excited again. But I do think that the format is healthy, and I do have a lot of fun playing still. So we will catch you guys in the next one. See you guys later. Bye.